Hello, my lovely butterflies. In this video, I am going to teach you guys how to make an envelope with the 123 punch board that I just hauled in my Black Friday video. And I just want to show you how simple it is, and it's pretty fun. There are so many different creative ways that you can make an envelope. You can use different designs. Here I was just erasing the pencil marks. Okay, so here I have a 6x6 sheet of paper, and I set it at 3 because that's half of the paper, so that's where I should set it. And when you look on the left side, the measurements are there and you can follow it, and if it's not there, there's an app where it can generate whatever size you need, and it will tell you where you should set your piece of paper. So here I was just aligning it and making sure that it's straight. I'm going to take my handy dandy scoring tool that came with the punch board, and I will score in that first line. Now you have to read the directions carefully so you can get it and play around with it a little bit. So here it says that the left score line, I need to align it with the little notch and then score again and punch. I'm turning it counterclockwise, scoring, aligning it with the other score line and punching, and again aligning the score line, scoring again and punching. And there's my little envelope. So now you just fold at the score lines and you will see what a cute little envelope you end up having. So cute. And the paper I'm using right now is from the typecast line, the one that I hauled, that was on clearance for $2.99. That stack is so pretty. This paper is not too thick. I would say it's like a medium weight because it's also not too thin. It's in between. And so I think it's perfect for the envelope. It's going to allow you to have more flexibility. And the patterns are just really pretty. So here I was trying to figure out which way it was going to go, and then I used my tape runner, which I ended up having a little bit of difficulty having it come out, but I finally figured it out. And I just put it on those two little edges, and then I seal it. Just like that. I didn't end up rounding the corners in this envelope, but you certainly can. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way for this. You can round the edges, you can leave them pointy. You're gonna see later on that I end up cutting one of the points from the envelope anyways. So I added this heart, and I really didn't like how it looked because it wasn't centered enough, and my OCD started kicking in pretty quickly. So here I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. I keep looking at it, turning it, and it's not convincing me. So I then decide that I'm gonna cut it off at some point. And any minute now. I mean, when I'm crafting, I am pretty all over the place, like most crafters. My imagination starts to go wild, and I just kind of flow in the spirit of the moment. And there I had a little card that I was messing around with before because I got that new punch by Martha Stewart, and I really liked it. So I stuck the little paper in there, and I thought it looked really cute for a note. And I'm still trying to figure out at this point what I'm going to do, and here's where I decided I'm just going to cut it off. There. So that's not too shabby, right? It actually looks pretty cute. So I turn it around some more, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it, what decorative touches I'm gonna add to it. Maybe, I'm not sure. So I decided I was gonna add something decorative to it. So here I'm trying out this paper, maybe, maybe not. Didn't convince me. I tried this, didn't convince me either. So then I grabbed my heart punch again. I love adding hearts to everything. So this paper, I'm in love with it. It's also from the typecast line. And so the bows are just darling. So I decided I was going to punch a heart, but then I realized that I should have punched the bow right in the middle. So I went for it again. And here you will see I punched the bow in the middle of the heart, so it looks even cuter. And I'm just going to go grab my handy dandy tacky glue to add it on the front of the envelope. First I thought I would add it to the center. Here I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to add it or where I'm going to put it. Then I decided to go for the corner, and I like that little touch. And guys, there's so many different things you can do. I'm telling you, you can add so many decorative touches to just a simple envelope. I'm thinking you can make your own invitations for your kids' birthday parties, baby showers, even weddings. I mean, I would totally do that. Then I decided to punch another heart out, and I'm gonna add it to the little flap in the back because I really I thought that was a cool idea to add that. It's a little touch there. So, like I said, I always go just flowing with whatever comes to me in the moment. I'm not really restricted to anything or any one idea. I just flow. And there, a little glue got on the envelope, and it really annoyed me because you can't really tell here, but it made the paper a little brown, and I didn't like it. So I start picking at it. I used the eraser to see if it would come off, and it just made it worse. At that point, I don't even know what to do. I start to panic, and then I decide I'm just not going to pay attention to it, and that I'll figure out something in order to cover it. So I'm just checking it out, looking at it, seeing if it appeals to me. And so far, I'm really digging it. It's really cute, minus the little boo-boo. Then there goes the little card again. I think this is where I think I'm done, and then I decide I'm not done yet. Yeah, this is where I decided I would be done. And I'm gonna write a little note. And it says, "Fly free, butterfly." Of course. And I thought I was done, but then I realized it needed something more. I needed to figure out a way to cover the little boo-boo that I made, because if I'm gonna give it to someone, I just don't feel right. I mean, I'm probably the only one who would notice that. I don't know, but it made me really antsy. So I started to dabble and try to figure out ways that I can cover that. So I tried that strip of paper. I didn't like it, and then I think I reached for more. Just thinking. I started organizing my things in the meanwhile, trying to figure out what I can possibly do with it. So I'm trying to think fast because I know the camera's rolling and I already said bye. But I'm thinking, what can I do? What can I do? Think fast. And then let's see, here I'm putting this away. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how long I took to decide what I was gonna do with it, but you'll see what I end up coming up with. Then I take this piece of paper thinking that maybe I can add it to the sides like a little trim, and no, I didn't go for that either. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. Yeah, no. And this was one of the first, that little pink piece of paper was one of the first envelopes I had ever made, and it came out kind of wonky, so I didn't end up using it as an envelope, but I of course saved the scraps and use it for other things. So I cut out the little flap and it fit sort of nicely in that area, but it still didn't cover my boo-boo, so even though it looked nice, it still wasn't convincing me. And so I cut around it a little bit more, trying to figure out if I can incorporate it somehow on the envelope. And that even looks nice. That would be another cool idea to do. You see, so there's so many different things you can do. You're not just restricted to, again, the same, you know, generic envelopes that you would see everywhere else. Just use your imagination, and whatever comes to you, just go with it. So again, I went for another piece of paper scrap that I had lying around, and here I finally decided I would use washi, because of course washi fixes everything. That's my motto. So I placed this washi there, and I did like how it looked, and I just counted 3 little decorative accents, and then I cut it. This washi is from one of those Michaels, really pretty Michaels tubes. I got this one a while back, and then I did the same thing here, and I thought that looked just darling. I was so excited that I was able to figure out a way of covering my little boo-boo and at the same time making it look extra pretty. So I think I achieved that, and here you will see how it looks once I closed it. So if you notice, the one on the left is a little bit lower, and of course that bothered me. So you will see that I go back and move the tape around a little bit. And again, I'm showing you the card because I'm assuming this is the end again. But the little strip of washi was once again bothering the heck out of me. So I moved it just a teensy bit. What the heck is that? Teensy bit. And finally, I'm happy. You will see that I end up loving it. I think my next video will probably be my first attempt at a loaded envelope. There you go. Remember, fly free butterflies. Bye.